and Justin are up to when they head up north. Take a look.
For Colin and Justin, the great outdoors could always be a little bit greater.
It's up to us to actually modernize this space.
So they're turning a shabby shack into their own chic retreat. And as usual, the pressure is on.
This house is not this is never going to transform.
Guys, I didn't sign up for this. This is ridiculous.
Let's just get this straight. We are ambitious.
Oh my goodness. Now that was a lot of work. So many people want to be able to have that look in their home. So we follow you and we want to see what you're doing and we want to shop the look. See how we can integrate some of that good cottage stuff into our own space. So you've brought these pieces here.
We have indeed. Yeah, do you know what? You saw on the little clip there, huge scale, big renos.
Huge.
I mean, that's what we did, obviously, on Cabin Pressure, but there are lots of ways to get the cottage vibe in your home. Now, everything that we've brought in here today are from Young's Antiques. I absolutely love them. They're a brilliant supplier. They're actually exhibiting at the Cottage Life Show, which we'll chat about later. But I love, look at all these beautiful original pieces. Now, the thing about these is that they are so desirable, but still really affordable. They're oldish at the moment, but they're the antique big news of maybe the next decade. So invest while they're still affordable. A ladder like that, maybe $70 or $80, but it could be a towel rail, it could be a magazine rack. There are lots of different things you can do.
I love it. I just love the vintage look of everything. They're real vintage pieces.
Yeah, they are. All of them are real vintage.
So the signs, these are really difficult to find often, and it's nice. You get the scale.
Yeah,
you know, it's nice. They're nice and big. They're art.
I mean, these are amazing, aren't they? The old tin signs are just gorgeous. You know, so evocative of the past, and actually they're becoming really expensive because they're very collectible. This is in great condition, you know, because it's not so kind of distressed. And you know what? It's a weird thing when you're buying antiques. A little bit of rust is a good thing. You know, you want it to look like it's been loved and appreciated. But at the same time, the worst thing you could do to something like this is put a nail hole in it. You know, so we've used really fabulous little L brackets on each of the corners, so we actually can get it on the wall without damaging it. You know, we don't want to scratch it, devalue it. But come on, that says it all, doesn't it? Drink Muskoka Dry.
Do it.
I'll do it. Yeah.
I'll try
it. Pick me.
Put it in a glass.
These things down here, Tracy, I love these. These are actually dough trays or dough bowls. These are where, in days gone by, people would make up their bread and let it kind of mature, let it rise and stuff before they baked it. But they've become so incredibly trendy. We actually did a project recently, Tracy, with one really similar to what you have at the back there.
How big that is. I want this filled with bread.
Well, do you know what we did with ours, Tracy?
That's what I would like.
We took the bread out of it, we drilled a hole in the bottom of it, and we made it into a vessel sink. Now, they're wooden, and we treated it with lacquer. So it's such a really easy way.
That's so smart.
Our big message, Tracy, is always the same. What else can I use this for? How else can I make this come alive? What is there that I can do that's just a little different to what anybody's done before?
Did you do that at your cottage project?
Well, actually, do you know what we did at the cottage? And you'll see this on the new season of Cabin Pressure. We found an old Singer sewing machine table.
Yes.
And oh my goodness, it's just gorgeous. We made it as a trestle base for the vanity in the bathroom in our bunkie. We put a stone sink on top of it, a black tap by Rubinet. Oh my goodness, it's one of my favourite places in the world.
Do you know what we should do? We should do that on a forthcoming City Line show.
Yeah, let's do that. Bring that project in. I love that. Now, I know Frankie's done this before. The beautiful vintage sled outside on his front porch. It's always nice to make a nice vignette. And the snowshoes.
Do you know, the snowshoes,
it's the real thing.
They're just so gorgeous, isn't it?
They're
you know,
beautiful.
And I think we're still very tourist when it comes to Canada, you know, and I just love the importance of the winter, you know, winter sports, the great outdoors. You know, so I see something like this, and I just imagine, you know, on my way up, kind of like in the extreme north, trudging through the snow. But at the same time, you know, as Justin said, it could be that you actually wall mount these. You know, you could put a diffused light behind these, so suddenly this becomes, you know, not only a kind of museum piece, because it's so beautiful, you know, this kind of little lettering, it's from Maine and just gorgeous, but it becomes something that actually is a decor item as well. You know, and I think that is the thing about these things, and I think that's the lovely thing about the Cottage Life exhibition. You know, sure, there's a lot of technology there, and there's all the hot tubs and all this, but they're also still into heritage. You know, and I think that's so at the heart of cottaging, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, those on the wall, that's the closest I'm ever going to get to snowshoes, so...
You would love it.
Yeah, I'm also a tourist when it comes to the snowshoeing in Canada. But it's a good workout. People do it cross-country. It's like you've got every muscle
Imagine there's a mountain of snow between you and the LCBO.
You'd make it work, right?
You get these bad boys on, and you are over there in no time.
Outside of Ontario, you know what the LCBO is. It's
certainly
where
do.
you get the liquor.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
What do you reckon of this fella down here? This is an antique lamp. It's obviously from the nautical kind of department of our world.
Yeah.
This, to me, in gorgeous, gorgeous copper, is just such an incredibly big statement. Now, you could wire that up and make it relevant for today as an electrical lamp, obviously in conjunction with a properly qualified electrician. Or if you wanted to simplify, you could take a big pillar candle, pop that inside because this top part comes off. And I think that's what's good about today. We chatted about this earlier. It's making what you find work for yourself. Not being defeated, guys. Finding something and thinking, how can I make that relevant to my little home? And how can I take the cottage feel and add it to my condo? Do you know, and something like that against a concrete wall or in a really beautiful stripped wood floor, all of a sudden you've got cottage.
I think I can make that paddle relevant in my life right now.
You're going to hit me with it, Tracy, for fun behaviour?
You know what? You could span your pomegranate with that.
That's right.
You know, it's
really,
weird.
really big pomegranate.
Exactly.
It's just, you know, oh my gosh, it's so big. But think of all the things you can do with that.
You could wow. Do you know what we did, Tracy? We had one of these in our guest bedroom, and we actually added coat hooks down to the massive paddle end of it.
Yes.
And then we hung it that way, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, really simple way to display your towels or your coats.
Right.
Or, you know, it's problem solving and pretty in one go.
Yeah. Very nice. I love it. I love the fact that everything old is new again, and we are using it and paying homage to those who were before.
Exactly. Look at this dusty old piece I picked up.
I'm an antique, but I'm an antique of the future.
You know, we're going to tell you all about, you know, how to get the look at the cottage, how to use antiques, because we're at the Cottage Life show this weekend. We're there on Saturday.
Yes.
So come and join us.
And that is always an amazing show. So the whole audience is going to get tickets to go to the show. Okay. You're also going to get a magazine. And we are going to draw for a prize basket full of products and a Napoleon portable grill. We're going to draw for that after the show. Good luck and go see these two.